my name is Jasmine Sky, and I'm here today with the start of my second episode of my new writing vlog series for my new adult standalone science fantasy space pirate story, or my space fantasy as I'm calling it for now. Anyway, it does have a working title, by the way, that's not space fantasy. It's got a real working title, but I very much doubt that my working title will be the title that it may one day get sold as or publish under, so we're not even gonna say it. So anyway, it is Tuesday, the 24th of November, and if you watched the first episode of this series, which I will link down below, then you will know that I was supposed to write yesterday on Monday, but I got really distracted, and then when I looked up it was like 11 p.m. and I was like, oh, I need to go to bed, and yeah, I don't know, I think maybe after my 10K weekend that I wrote in that last vlog, I needed a day off, maybe, so yeah, I didn't write yesterday, but we're gonna get back to it today. I'm here on my lunch break and I want to finish chapter 3 today. That is the goal for today. So if you have not watched the previous vlog, my soft deadline for this book is to finish it by the end of the year, to finish the first 0/first draft by the end of the year. My hard deadline is to finish it by mid-January. So yeah. In order to make those deadlines, I just need to write about 1,000 words a day. That should be fine. Hopefully there will be days I write more. Inevitably there will be days I write less, like yesterday. So yeah, but we're gonna do our best to be around 1,000 words every day or more, because the sooner we finish, the better, really. So today I'm finishing chapter 3. It probably won't end up being 1,000 words to finish chapter 3, but we'll see how many words it does end up being and go from there in terms of next steps. So I have 2 scenes in chapter 3 that are almost completely written, but each of those 2 scenes is missing like one conversation, and that's what I have to fill in today. So let's get to it. Let's start working on my space fantasy and get back into the flow of writing regularly. Yes, a successful writing session. I wrote 1,138 words, which pushed this chapter to being quite long, but not ridiculously long. It's a length. It'll be good. We're gonna move on tomorrow to chapter 4, which is very exciting. But for now, the total project word count is 13,550. I'm gonna go back to work. Hi. It's just after work on Wednesday, November 25th, and I should do my writing before dinner time, but first I'm gonna eat this so delicious dairy-free salted caramel cashew ice cream. Not all of it, but I'm gonna eat some and watch some YouTube videos, and then I'm gonna work. Then I'm gonna do my writing. I'll get it done, I promise. Success! I actually ended up having to write after dinner because I was lazy and I didn't get it done. But I did go ahead and write, like, as soon as I finished eating, I did my writing, which was good. I wrote 993 words, which is very close to 1,000, and it was a complete scene, a fairly short scene, but a complete scene, so I am content with that. I'm gonna call that good. I don't know if I'm gonna write tomorrow since it is Thanksgiving, and I don't know if I'll have time. But if I do, I will of course let you know, and if not, then I hope you all had a happy Thanksgiving, and I will check back in on Friday then. It is after work on Monday. Yeah, I ended up not writing at all. from, you know, Thanksgiving through the weekend, I was just busy with my family and doing the holiday thing. Insert clip of board game playing.
Now we do the next encounter, right?
We need to rest at the end of the turn, then we do the next encounter.
So, yeah, I took a vacation. I knew I wasn't going to win Nano anyway, so I was like, you know what, I'll just take my 4 days off, refresh the batteries, and now we're back here on Monday, and I need to write. This is technically the last day of November, the last day of NaNoWriMo, so we're going to see how much I can write before dinner. Now I have like, I don't know, an hour or so, maybe like 45 minutes. And then I think I'm gonna be busy all tonight after dinner. So we're just gonna write for the next hour, see what we get, see what our total Nano word count ends up being, and move on from there for the rest of this drafting process. Before I start that though, I did want to mention, in case I forget in a week when I close off this vlog, I've added some new links to my causes that need your support in my description that I already have, specifically geared around Thanksgiving, aka Thanksgiving is a very problematic holiday, especially in the narrative surrounding it and the way that it falsifies colonialism and what happened with the native tribes that had the first Thanksgiving, quote unquote. So I'm gonna add at least one link, if not a couple links, specifically pertaining to helping various native tribes that need your support and have some active things going on that you could support. So those are gonna be in the description, and I would, as always, appreciate you checking those out and giving them your support, especially now in this holiday season, post-Thanksgiving, when it can be a very difficult time for people of various native nations who are seeing a lot of just lies being propagated by people and the media and stuff like that. So, yeah. With that being said, I'm gonna do my writing now, and here we go. I wrote 863 words, which is decent. It's getting me back into the swing of things after my break, and I don't know how productive I'm really gonna be every day this week because this is a very busy work week and I'm just gonna be tired. I think every day this week. I don't think I'm gonna have much lunch break, so I'm gonna be forced to write after work every day for the most part, and that's just not gonna be as productive. So we're gonna roll with it, and we'll just have to make up for how much I fall behind in terms of my like larger deadlines next week and into winter break. Luckily, I should have a decent amount of time over winter break this year because my job, I work for a university, so I always get quite a lot of time off for winter break. I get like a week and a half off for winter break, and of course I will be doing holiday stuff on like Christmas, but there's a lot of time in that window where I won't be, and I can have some big productive days. So that's looking ahead to the future. That's, however, like right up to my deadline. So I really want to try to stay at least somewhat productive leading up to that. So 863 is not bad. And what's exciting about that is my total word count for this space fantasy is now 15,406 words, which when you add that to the 10,003 words of my previous project means that I am over 25,000 words in the month of November. So that's half of Nano, which, considering this year and this month and everything that went on, we're gonna call it not a success necessarily, but we're gonna call it decent. I wrote 25,000 words this month. That's an amount of words that's more than zero, which is great, and I'm 15K into this project, which is also great. and I will keep going with chapter 4 tomorrow. Hello, it is December 1st, so you know what that means. Christmas decoration time! Oh, don't eat that. No, that's a safer place.
Snowing and blowing up bushels of fun. Now the jingle hop has begun.
So I just did my writing. It wasn't a ton. I only wrote 567 words, but it's more than 0. And like I've said, this week is just gonna be low on the production side, but as long as I get like over 500 a day, I think I'm gonna be pretty content with that. So hopefully I'll get closer to 1,000 tomorrow, but for now we're gonna call it good, and I'm gonna move on with my evening. Oh my goodness, hello there friends. It's Sunday. And no, I did not write the last 4 days, which is not great, but as I said, that was a hard week. It was a long week. There was a lot, work was a lot, and on Saturday I just needed to recuperate. I needed to take a day, which I did, and it was really, really nice, and I'm feeling refreshed. I'm feeling ready to get back into things, and also like a little bit stressed about my timeline. But we're gonna do it. So last night, as I was falling asleep, I was thinking about my book because I was like, I gotta get back on it, and I figured out. So I think I've said, I don't know if I've said it in this vlog, but the last vlog maybe, my word count goal was 60,000 words because the outline, I was assuming based on my outline that I would be at about 60K. For my first draft, and that's obviously like half the length of what it would need to be as an adult science fiction, science fantasy novel. So I knew that it would expand in later drafts, but all of my drafts expand unless I'm specifically doing a draft to cut, like at the very, very end when I'm polishing. But all of my early revisions always add like 15, 20K because I figure more stuff out about my characters and my world and like subplots, and they all expand out. So I wasn't crazy worried, but like having to double it, it felt like there was a big thing missing that I didn't know yet for what would make this story like what it's gonna be. And last night as I was falling asleep, I figured out what that thing is. Like I figured out the plot thing that I needed to add. So that's very, very exciting. Also a little scary because it now means that, because I'm gonna add that into my first draft, because where that thing needs to start is literally next chapter. So like it's not like I would have to go back to add it in. Like I'm on track to do the first draft of it starting now. And that ups my estimation of my word count to more like 75,000, 80,000 words, which is a much better first draft word count for an adult science fantasy novel. So it's really good, and it's gonna make revising easier and better. But that means if I wanna get my deadline, I have to write a lot more before my deadline to reach my deadline. So right now, I had said previously my soft deadline was the end of the year, my hard deadline was mid-January, but excitingly, it was just announced, so I can tell you guys, I was chosen as an author mentor match mentor this year, which I am super thrilled about. Like, I'm so excited that I will be able to read through mentee submissions and choose a mentee and work with a mentee, and I'm really excited for that process and that experience. That starts January 11th. People can start submitting on January 11th through the 14th, and then I have to make my selections by the end of the month. But I assume that starting on the 11th, I will start reading the submissions that are sent to me, and will continue to do that for the rest of January till I, choose my mentee at the end of January, beginning of February, whenever that selection process is. So that's part of why I said my deadline was mid-January, because I've known about being selected for AMM for a little while. So I knew that I wanted to be done by mid-January, but I have even more like honed in now that the schedule is set. I need to be done, I think, on January 10th. That is my last day, my hard deadline of January 10th. And I also think that's just my deadline because I do not believe with this expansion that I am gonna make the December 31st soft deadline. So I'm just gonna go ahead and assume I will need all the way until January 10th. And I'm going to make that my deadline. And I put that in. Dabble has a really cool feature that you put in your like deadline, and it literally tells you how many words per day you have to do. It's kind of like a nano feature. So I have to write, in order to reach 75,000 words, which is my prediction. It might be a little bit longer, but we're gonna say 75,000 for now. I have to write 1,640 words a day, which means for the next basically month, little longer than a month, but about a month, I am basically doing NaNoWriMo. So I failed NaNoWriMo actually. I only wrote 25K, only 15K of this book, but from here on out, starting today, I have to write 1,600 words a day approximately. Obviously, if I write more, that'd be great, because there's gonna be some days where I cannot write that much. But at the minimum, 1,640 a day, so that I can really be on top of myself to reach my January 10th deadline and have a really solid first draft of this book. Like, that is the goal. I gave myself a 4-day rest, and like I cannot do that again. Like, inevitably I'll take a day off somewhere, I'm sure. I'm going camping next weekend, so it's gonna be a little difficult to write, and I'm expecting I might not have the best time with that, but I'm gonna do my best to at least write a little bit that weekend, and also to like try to write, like, I don't know, we'll see what I have to do in terms of catching up. That's future Jasmine's problem. This Jasmine, this is the last day of this vlog, and this is me ending on my positive note of like, I have a plan, I'm gonna make it happen, I'm gonna do my very best. As part of keeping accountable with it, one of my very good writing friends, critique partners, who is also in the same boat with me. We got agents at like similar times. We were querying at the same time and got agents this year, and we've been in the same boat. She writes middle grade, but it doesn't really matter. So we're in the process together, and we support each other a lot, and we are both in the same page in terms of like actively trying to get a first draft of our next projects written right now before things maybe go somewhere with our books that are on submission. So we've decided that for the next, at least the next couple weeks, if not this entire next month, we are going to be Skyping with each other and writing together every day. So that is my goal starting the next vlog. Well, we did it this morning, but also then starting with my next vlog, starting tomorrow, I will have an accountability buddy that I'm writing with every single day that'll hopefully keep me on track, which is what we got going on. So all that being said, together we wrote this morning, and I wrote 839 words. So I'm halfway to today's goal, but I'm going to finish the other half of the goal for today, and that'll be the end of this vlog. Ta-da! I wrote 1,700 words, which is, as you can see, 60 words over what I needed today. I'm at 17,673, so you know, I'm getting there. I'm plodding along. Yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling motivated. I've got my NaNoWriMo shirt so that I can, like, you know, this is the first day of my December Nano journey, and I'm gonna keep at it and keep going, and you guys will see with the next vlog how well that works for me. So thank you so very much for watching this vlog. As always, there are links in the description below. As I already talked about, there are new ones there, so please, please, please check them out. You can always support my channel by liking, subscribing, all of that, and I look forward to chatting with y'all in the comments.